talk about your high school years,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all of those years and that's what I think. A lot of people, no matter what your profession is,
Mm-hmm.
it can be physical sport like football, or it can be anything else. Like if you want to be, like you mentioned, a pilot, if you want to do something else, you don't be successful by accident.
Yep.
Right? It's the hours and hours of practice, learning, improving that people don't see.
Yep.
They only see the end result.
Yep.
Right? But you can't get that end result without going through all of that process.
Yep.
So now let's talk about when you got into high school. What was that like? Now, because you're more in the driver's seat,
Yeah.
you know what you're striving for. How was your high school years, training wise, and getting into Punahou and that experience? And you can elaborate on anything that you want.
Well, my experience at Punahou taught me one thing. Well, it taught me many things, but the most important thing that my football career taught me at Punahou was the importance of confidence. Like elite, supreme confidence, not arrogance, cockiness, none of that. Like there's a difference. There's a saying that says arrogance is when you step into a room and think you're better than everybody. Confidence is when you step into the room and believe that nobody's better than you. There's a difference. Confidence is I come in, like, understand that everybody's talented, right? Everybody's talented, but nobody's better than me. I belong there. And so leading up to my high school career, I had been going to football camps. And it go back to what we talked about, exposure, right? Exposure, experience, seeing what's out there, talking about Kevin Durant, and dunking. I'm like, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. Going to these football camps in the mainland allowed me to see what the real competition is. It's not St. Louis. It's not Kamehameha.
No.
It's not Koku, Waianae, Farrington. It's not that. It's those kids in Florida, Texas. California, all those guys, Ohio. It's all of those boys up over there. That's the competition. That's the guys that's where the bar is at, right? And so I went to all these football camps and I started to see. I remember I went to the USC football camp and I see I see kids like jumping 40-inch verts, running 4.3s, 17, 16-year-olds. And I'm looking at it, I was like, I didn't even think that was even possible. I've never seen that before. And so for a local kid at that time to see all that, it put my mind in a space where like, okay, that's where I gotta be. That's where the expectation is at. That's where the bar is set. That's the bar I need to set for myself, if not higher. And so I go to a place like Kuku my 9th grade year. I'm born and raised in that environment where Kuku is known for football. We eat, breathe, sleep football out there. That's what we do out there, amongst a lot of other things, but everybody knows Kuku as football. Then I come to a place like Punahou. Back in 2009, I graduated in 09. 03, 04, Punahou wasn't really known for football. Punahou was known for being the academic powerhouse that it is and good in a lot of other sports, right? There was a feeling that when I stepped up on that field at Punahou, coming from Koku, that I'm that dog. As a sophomore, that's when I entered the varsity, because I went to Punahou 7th, 8th grade, transferred back to Kuku 9th grade, then went back to Kuku my 10th grade year. When I stepped on that field,
Punahou your 10th grade year.
It's Punahou to my 10th grade year. When I stepped on that field for summer workouts my 10th grade year, there was just this confidence about me because I came from Kuku and because I've been going to all of these football camps, going against all the best guys, that when I stepped on that field, it was like nobody can deal with me on this field, right? And my game took on a whole, bro. Manti playing with confidence and Manti not playing with confidence is two different players. Same guy, two different results. And that's the difference in my high school career, is I discovered confidence. I discovered when hard work finally comes to fruition, and that you add confidence to that, you become dangerous. And that's what happened at Punahou.
Got it. I mean, everything that you just said right there, because that's the thing. You can train and have all of the physical attributes, but there's a huge mental side and confidence. And, you know, it's impossible to have every single play be the best play that you've ever made in your life, right? So then understanding how to deal with all of this and how to build that confidence and, you know, fill the shoes or the expectations that most people see or, you know, see your potential in, that's a huge part. And I think that's great that you share that, because again, like, you don't want to be overly confident and arrogant and stuff, but this is something I think that every single high school, even college athlete needs to go through to develop that right balance of being like a complete player, so that you know again that you belong there and that you can perform, and again that mindset that no one's better than me, like I can compete here.
You talk about confidence. I think like true confidence is very quiet. True confidence is never loud. The people that are always, it's like a fight. The guy who is always just going at it is like, that's not the guy that can scrap. It's the guy that's behind him that's very quiet. That's the guy you got to worry about. It's true confidence for me is always quiet. You know, it doesn't say much, but when it's time for action, it's you gonna see, their actions speak louder than words, and that's why it's always quiet. And so I always think like the people that are truly confident, like they don't say much. Now they just go out there and do their thing, and their work does the talking for them. So
yes, definitely.